Hi, I'm Mindy Macmillan, and I want to welcome you to our home. This is the home of Colonial Village Labradoodles and the Macmillan family. And when you come to pick up your puppy, you're going to either meet with myself, or a member of my family, or a member of our team. And the fun thing is, most of our team members are family members also. You might want to ask them, are you related to the Macmillans? Because half of them are my cousins. This is a family affair, and we want to welcome you into our family while you're here. We wanted to welcome you to our home because when you come out to pick up your puppy, it's all going to be about holding your puppy, snuggling your puppy, and us taking lots of pictures. You're welcome to come with any questions, but we thought if we made this video, you'd be able to watch it, and then you're going to be able to go back and watch it over and over again to answer any questions you forget. Because the day you pick up your puppy, it's all about the puppy. It's not about hearing about what food to feed your puppy. So I'd like to just go over some information with you. Every puppy that goes home from Colonial Village Labradoodles goes home with a folder. And in the folder, it will always have your microchip number of your puppy on it. As I open up your folder, it will have always the same similar information, lots of information about Trupanion health insurance. In the state of Indiana, I am not an insurance agent, but I cannot recommend this enough for you. We're able to give you 1 month free, and that 1 month free starts the day you bring your puppy home. But it is only good for you to register your puppy 24 hours prior and 24 hours after you take your puppy home. Because in the state of Indiana, there's incubation periods of puppy diseases. And we need to know, did it happen here at the Macmillans or did it happen at its new family? And so the state of Indiana is very strict on those laws. Trupanion will cover up to 90%, as I said, if you would drop your puppy. So I'd like to give you two silly examples. We once had a family take their puppy home, and a week later they dropped the puppy and it fell down the stairs and it broke its leg. Well, that surgery was $3,500 and Trupanion covered 90%. We also had a family one time take their puppy home, and their puppy ate some poisonous mushrooms in the backyard. It ended up at Ohio State University and had a $10,000 vet bill. And the family called me and said, Mindy, can you help us pay for this? And I said, well, it's not hereditary and it's not congenital, and I can't help you pay for it, but you don't need to worry because I gave you the 1 month free health insurance, and sadly they had not taken it out. So I cannot recommend to you enough to please take out the Trupanion health insurance. The first month is free for you. They don't even ask for your credit card number. After that, it's a small fee, and that would be between you and your Trupanion rep. We also give you more information about Trupanion and then also how to register your puppy's microchip. As I said, every puppy that goes home from Colonial Village Labradoodles is microchipped. We'll scan your puppy's microchip with our handy scanner. And once we scan that number, we'll always confirm that all the numbers match up because we want to make sure you know you're getting the right puppy. You're going to register that microchip. It's going to cost $24.95 for the lifetime. Do not go online and look at any of the other scan programs. Just follow the program that I have for you. Your vet will register that microchip also. On the left side of your folder, we'll have your puppy's health record of everything that's been done while it's been here with me. Mom and dad's name, birth date, what breed it is. It'll have the microchip number, and again, more information about the microchip. I want you to always remember to register the microchip. It's so important. We've had a number of families not register the microchip, and you will regret it if you don't register it. I always keep my name on the microchip as the breeder because that's the ethical thing to do. And I've been known to drive to St. Louis to pick up our puppies if someone forgot to register their own microchip. Sometimes families just abandon their dogs, and that just breaks my heart. I will always take your dog back, but you need to give me a call, but know that I also will show up wherever it is. Below that, we'll have your dog's shot record. Every medication and shot that the dog has had while it's been here at our home. You're going to want to take this to your vet because your vet can tell you when the next round of shots will be. Every vet is different. Every state is different, so please go to your vet and ask what they would like to have done next. Below that will be our deworming schedule, and we give your dog a powerful dewormer the day that it goes home called Drontal. That just flushes everything out through the system that may still be left. All dogs have worms. Our job is to try to get rid of all the worms while they're here with us. The Drontal may give your puppy loose stools that first few days, but that also could be just stress diarrhea as your puppy goes home. Don't worry about it. The only time I ever get concerned about puppy diarrhea is if the puppy starts acting lethargic or there's blood in it also, but just kind of puppy diarrhea happens. And below that will be our vet's phone number and information. You can contact him. If your vet is like, why did the Macmillans or their vet do something a particular way? Call Dr. Herman, he'll tell you. After that will be your puppy's temperament analysis. This will give you a great snapshot of your puppy. And when you come to our home, we'll go over your puppy's exact temperament analysis. We always send our puppies home, also with the Hamilton County Breeder's License. This is important that I show this to you because it's, well, Indiana law. And after this is your puppy's stool sample. Now, I talk a lot about puppy poop, and I don't want to, but well, poop happens. This is very important for you to show your vet. Your vet may ask for you to do another stool sample test, or they may not. But one way or the other, you need to know that your puppy had clear stools while they were here. We also send all of our puppies home with a go-home bag. This is our go-home bag. And you're gonna want everything that's in it, trust me. This dog bed smells like the litter. I wouldn't have your kids rest their noses on it because I think it smells a little puppyish, but it will give great comfort to your puppy. I always like the saying that is, your dog is leaving our pack and moving into your pack. And moving into that new pack can be really scary. This is almost more of a security blanket than it is a dog pillow. Don't put the dog pillow in your puppy's crate because the dog will go potty on it. And then they'll be like, oh my gosh, it's a miracle crate. And I can go to the bathroom in the crate. No, we don't want that. We want the dog to actually have to be in the excrement if they have an accident in the crate. So what I do is I take the dog bed and I put it on top of the crate, or I'll prop it against the front door of the crate. In the bag also, there will be a leash and a dog toy that they love. Our dogs love squeaker toys, and we start them off with a squeaker toy, and we will send you home with either a chew toy or a squeaker toy. We send you home with a puppy collar. We also send you home with a bag of pine pellets. This bag of pine pellets is what we call our housebreaking system. Our housebreaking system you're gonna put in your yard, and you're gonna dump all the contents of this bag into your yard, into a 2-foot by 2-foot area. I always try to choose something maybe 10 to 20 feet from the front door. I'm kind of a lazy walker in bad weather, and I just don't want to have to go out in the rain 40 feet out by the fence line. So I put it in our flower bed, and I scooch a bit of the mulch over. I put the pine pellets down, and then every time that I take my puppy out to go to the bathroom, I do 4 things. 1, I carry the dog out the door. 2, I go out the exact same door every single time. 3, I put the dog down on top of the pine pellets, because what'll happen is your puppy's gonna go, I'll potty here, I'll potty there, and we want him to only go to the bathroom in one spot. And then the 4th thing I do is I praise him, and I use the same command every time. And so the command I use is, hurry puppy, because I'm always in a rush. Hurry, let's get it over with. You can also say go potty puppy or something like that, but you think of whatever command you want your family to use, and then everybody use the exact same command every single time. And you may notice that the one thing that I said constantly was consistency. You want to have the same door, the same carry, the same placement on the pine pellets, and the same command. And then I give lots of praise, and I give verbal praise, because you don't always have a treat to treat your puppy with when you're out walking. And so I'll be like, oh, good job, baby, good job, you did such a good job. Now, I sound kind of grumpy as I'm walking the puppy out the door because I never say a single word to the puppy on the way out the door. Have you ever been around a friend's house and they have a happy tinkler and the dog just gets so excited to see him and then they potty all over the floor? I hate that. And we don't want that for your puppy. This is totally a trainable command. And so all you do is don't say anything to the dog as you walk out the door. Just be solemn and quiet. And then as soon as they do the business, go, oh, good job. And you can clap and you can have a potty party, but you just don't want to say too many things as you're walking out the door. So in the morning when I let the puppy out the crate, I scoop him up, I run out the door, I put him on top of the pine pellets, I go, hurry, and then I'm like, good job, but I've never said a single word from the time I got him out of the crate in the morning. Another thing you might notice about housebreaking is that your dog doesn't always make it out the door, and you always are not following the sample puppy schedule that I sent to you, which you will want to refer to because that will help you with housebreaking. But what you'll want to do, follow my schedule and then carry your puppy out. So what if your puppy has an accident in the corner of your living room and you find it and you're like, oh my gosh, I missed it. I always take tissue papers, I scoop up the excrement, I scoop up the puppy no matter how old that excrement is. I walk outside, I put the excrement down, and then I put puppy down again. You'll notice your puppy will always smell it and go, I remember this and I need to go again. What you're doing is you're creating your own fire hydrant. You're saying this is where X marks the spot. This is a total Pavlovian way to teach your dogs to go to the bathroom. They'll be playing in the yard and then they'll remember, I need to go to the bathroom, and go, Where's the pine pellets? And then they're going to run to the pine pellets and they're going to go to the bathroom. The great thing is that you should not have excrement throughout your whole yard. It'll be concentrated in one area, which you'll be thankful for later, that we're making life a little bit easier for you. Another thing that's in this bag is your bag of Iams dog food. And please, please, for the love of God, do not switch dog foods. We have researched this with our vets. We've been feeding this for about 7 years. And once we changed our dog foods, 1, our food allergy situation dropped tremendously. 2, our family stopped calling us with food issues. Now, your puppy may be off food for a few days. Your toddler is off food for a few days. We don't panic and then say, well, we're going to switch dog foods. We want to always stick with Iams. It's a boring, well health tested dog food. The thing with Iams dog food is that it's like feeding chicken and rice to your dog every single day. Countries where they only eat a very limited diet have less food allergies than Americans do. Part of it is that Americans put a lot more chemicals in their dog food. Well, we're just going to stick to the same old boring diet. Now, what if your dog chooses not to eat dinner? We don't panic, we just give a little food the next day. It just happens, and your puppy might be off food for the first few days just trying to figure out when they're going to eat. I always recommend you follow my sample puppy schedule, and then I recommend that you feed your puppy out of your hand. And if you have a little child that your puppy seems to try to be dominant over, have that little child feed their puppy out of their hand. That will help cut down on any chances of resource guarding down the road or any form of aggression. Dogs do not like to bite the hand that feeds them. That's where the saying came from. So you want to feed your puppy out of your hand, and I just hold my hand flat like this and my fingers flat. And then as the puppy starts trusting me more, then I'll put the food in the bowl. And then I kind of want them always to know I control the food. So I might go ahead and take the food and like put my fingers in the bowl, mess around with the food, and then say, okay, here puppy, now you can eat it. I just want the puppy to know this is my resource. You don't guard that resource. This is mine, and I'm choosing to give it to you. Having little kids help with feeding is a great thing to help with that too. There's one more thing that I want to mention. It's very important that you take your dog to the vet within the first 72 hours to honor my health warranty. I'm pretty flexible that I can say 72 business hours, but if you're stretching it to 6 or 7 days, that goes beyond the incubation period. And what the state of Indiana is trying to do is say, if there is an outbreak of any issue health-wise, where did it start and how can we pinpoint it? If it's beyond 4 days, it tends to be that it's something that your dog picked up somewhere else. What does that mean? You need to see the vet right away. You're going to take your folder to your vet. You're going to want to remind them what you've read repeatedly in my paperwork and then also what you've signed in the contract. I want to talk about flea and tick medication. I cannot stress it enough that we do not approve of oral flea and tick meds. In the state of Indiana, we do have ticks. We have not had a lot of incidents of Lyme disease, so we do not really treat our dogs for Lyme disease preventatively like they might on East Coast states. I do treat my dogs during the summer with flea and tick medication, and I recommend Frontline and HeartGuard. HeartGuard is for heartworms because Indiana is a heartworm state too, and I always treat for heartworms no matter where you are. HeartGuard is just a safe, boring medication. Frontline is a topical flea and tick medication, and you put it on the back shoulders of your dog. It is safe. It is so effective I can give it to a 2-week-old puppy. I cannot give oral flea and tick meds to breeding dogs. It can abort a litter or it can cause birth defects. And I always think, if that could happen to my breeding dogs, why would I give it to a totally healthy dog? Why would I treat an external problem with an internal medication? And the truth is, it's an insecticide. It's a powerful chemical, and you're putting that into your dog's system. And they're known to cause seizures and stomach upsets. Knowing that Labradoodles already can have a sensitive stomach, I would not want to do anything that would exacerbate it. So I encourage you, talk to your vet about that, but remember, if you choose with your vet's guidance to give an oral flea and tick med, it will void your health warranty with us. That's a choice that you get to take on your own, and part of being a dog ownership is deciding what's best for your own dog. If you choose to go my route and you do end up with fleas and ticks, contact me and I'll give you 5 other ways that you can treat it. There's lots of things that we can do naturally, but the most important thing is to check your dog daily to make sure that no ticks are on them. And if there's fleas, quickly give a flea bath. Guys, I cannot wait for you to pick up your puppy. This is one of my favorite things. The day that you come and pick up, I want you to be able to look around. You can take your puppy outside to play. You can take pictures on our farm with you and your puppy. We want this to be a great time for you to pick up your puppy. So this video you can go back and watch over and over again. Feel free to bring in a list of questions and I'll answer any of them when you come for pickup. And on pickup day, it's just going to be love, hugs, snuggles, and pictures.